God is with us. Hi again, my dear young people. It's Metropolitan Gregory of the American Carpatho-Russian Orthodox Diocese. On Holy Friday in the evening, we participate in the service of the Lamentations. It's actually the Orthros or Matin service of Holy Saturday morning. On Holy and Great Saturday, the Orthodox Church commemorates the burial of Christ and his descent into hell. It's the day between the crucifixion of Christ and his glorious resurrection. Many elements of the service represent the sadness or the mourning at the death and burial of Christ. The service itself is one of watchful expectations. The Church contemplates the mystery of the Lord's descent into hell, the place of the dead. Death, which is our ultimate enemy, is defeated from within. Christ gave himself as a ransom to death, in which we were held captive, sold under sin. Descending into hell through the cross, he loosened the bonds of death. Our focus is on the tomb of Christ. There's no ordinariness about this grave. It is not a place of corruption and decay and defeat. It is life-giving, a source of power, victory, and liberation. Holy Saturday is the day between Jesus' death and his resurrection. It is the day of watchful expectations in which we mourn, but it's transforming into joy. The day embodies the possible sense of this meaning of the word harmolipi. It's a Greek word. It means joyful sadness, which has dominated the celebrations this whole Holy Week. The hymnographers of the Church have penetrated this profound mystery and help us to understand it through their very poetic hymns. And here's a dialogue of 4 hymns between Jesus and his mother. Hymn 1. Weep not for me, O mother, beholding in the sepulchre the Son whom thou hast conceived without seed in thy womb. For I shall rise and shall be glorified, and as God I shall exalt in everlasting glory those who magnify thee with faith and with love. Hymn number 2. O Son without beginning, in ways surpassing nature, I was blessed at thy strange birth, for I was spared all travail. But now beholding thee, my God, a lifeless corpse, I am pierced by the sword of bitter sorrow. But arise, that I may be magnified. Hymn 3. By my own will the earth covers me, O mother, but the gatekeepers of hell tremble as they see me, clothed in blood-stained garment of vengeance. For on the cross as God I struck down my enemies, and I shall rise again and magnify you. And the 4th hymn. Let the creation rejoice exceedingly. Let all those born on earth be glad, for hell, the enemy, has been despoiled. You women come to meet me with sweet spices, for I am delivering Adam and Eve from all their offspring together, and on the 3rd day I shall rise again. Holy Saturday is the day of the preeminent rest. Christ observes a Sabbath rest in the tomb. His rest, however, is not inactivity, but the fulfillment of the divine will and plan for salvation of humankind and the cosmos. He who brought all things into being makes all things new. The recreation of the world has been accomplished once and for all. Through his incarnation, life and death, Christ has filled all things with himself. He has opened a path for all flesh to the resurrection from the dead, since it was not possible that the author of life would be dominated by corruption and death. The Church knows herself to be a place, the eternal reality where the presence of Christ vanquishes Satan and hell and death itself. The solemn observances help us to recall and celebrate the great truth that despite the daily problems and contradictions of history and the abiding presence of hell within our human hearts and human society, life has been liberated. Christ has broken the power of death. He has crushed it. May these remaining few days of Holy Week continue to uplift you spiritually and strengthen you as you approach the day of His holy and glorious resurrection. Kali Anastasi, good resurrection to you, my friends. Take care and God bless.